Hi, my name is Dan Delong and I'm building a Vans RV-9A. I joined the EAA back in 1982, I believe it was, and I have just barely a 6-digit EAA membership number, which I'm proud of. I've been a continuous member since, and I started flying because I was in my 20s and my wife was bothering me to let her take flying lessons, and I said, okay, but you're not going to do it without me doing it. And it stuck. I've owned several airplanes, and right now the only factory-built airplane that I could afford just is too old and doesn't have enough instrumentation. And the last airplane that I flew several, had a regular 6-pack for an instrument panel, and I'm looking forward to all of those new features like the moving map. And it all came down to the 9A seems to be, it fits my mission the best. I'm looking for long cross country, don't care about aerobatics. My body's not rated for aerobatics, and I didn't see a need for an airplane that is. At the moment, I'm in between the empennage kit and the wing kit. The wing kit came a few months later than I would have liked, but I understand Vans is really swamped. That's a good thing, by the way. It means they're not going to go out of business and stop selling parts. Anyway, I've got the most of the empennage hanging up on the wall waiting for the wing kit to get assembled. And at the moment, what I'm working on is deburring, and then I do some other things, and then I do some more deburring, and then I do other things and more deburring. There's a lot of deburring that needs to be done on one of these airplanes. Well, it helps to have small cars because you can park them inside and still have enough room to build an airplane. The red guy is also a kit, and the kit itself is English, although most of the internals are Japanese. You start with a Mazda Miata donor car and remove the electricals, the brakes, the engine, transmission, the whole drivetrain. So you end up with a British car and Japanese drivetrain. But it hasn't a cup holder, so that makes it an American car. I have 4,000 building hours on a Defiant, which is a push-pull twin from Rutan. It's like two Long-Easys smashed together. And life situation changed. I had to sell the kit. Well, it wasn't a kit, it was plans built rather than kit built. So I'm very familiar with working with fiberglass. And the RV is my first foray into working with sheet metal. Although I have done several other kinds of things. For example, I have this metal lathe, and I know you're not supposed to use a metal lathe with wood, but I'm turning stick grips right now. And home building is simultaneously the best thing and the worst thing about aviation. It's best because you can do what you want, like my stick grips, for example. It's worse that if you don't know what you're doing, you could get into real trouble. So that's why there's organizations like EAA and local chapters. And if you really want to build an airplane, join a local chapter.